Hi guys, my name is Sandy. I'm a homeschooling mom to two boys. They're teenagers right now. They're going into the 10th grade and the 12th grade this year. My oldest is going to be graduating soon. And I always give a video every year about what we're using for our curriculum choices. This year is coming a lot later than it normally does. We were moving across country and now we're settled in our new house, so I've finally had a chance to film the video for you guys. So let's get started. So here's all the books I've collected for our curriculum this year. It's not as much as previous years. Mainly it's for my 10th grader. And here is a list of what they're doing. This is what my 10th grader is going to use this year. For math, we're going to try Denison Algebra 2. I've heard really good things about this, and I've heard it has a lot of Algebra 1 review. That's kind of what he needs this year. I decided the last minute to switch to this. We were going to use the Math UC like he did last year, but I thought this might work a little bit better for him. For history, he's going to use Guest Hollow Government and Economics. We love Guest Hollow. It's always been so much fun. And my 12th grader is going to use it with us. For language arts, he's going to go with Easy Peasy Literature and Composition 2. For science, it's going to be Master Books Chemistry. And we did buy the online component to go with this, with the online lectures and the labs online. For Spanish, he's going to go with Rosetta Stone, and we're going to get some supplemental material to go with it. And lastly, for health, for his elective, he's going to go through Arizona State University. For my 12th grader, for math, he's going to be using Khan Academy Statistics and Probability. History, he's going to be doing this with my 10th grader, Guest Hollow Government and Economics. Language arts, he's going to be taking English 101 through Arizona State University. He did the English 102 last year, and he's just going to circle around and do 101 this year. And he's going to do sociology through Arizona State University. And for his language, he's going to do Rosetta Stone. He's going to try Japanese and see how well it goes. For math, I've chosen Denison Algebra 2 for my 10th grader. I just thought I would give this a try. I've never used it before. There's an online component, like online videos that you can use, and we're going to be using the streaming ones and not the DVD with it. These are the offline books for the students. This is the Algebra 2 student textbook. It looks like each day is like 4 pages long. I've been so busy moving that I haven't had much of a chance to look through this yet. This is another day here. And then there's a parent guide and test booklets, which I haven't even opened yet. And the other part is a solutions manual book. And I've heard that online through streaming, there's also a talk through of all the solutions as well. For science, my 10th grader is going to be using the Master Books Chemistry curriculum. I mainly picked this because we've done so many experiments over the years, and I wanted to get something that was a little bit more straightforward and easy, that didn't have a huge textbook. This textbook is not that bad at all compared to like the VJU Press high school sciences. And I like the fact that they have a fairly good priced online class component to go with it, with the science experiments there. Mainly I like that for the days where we don't feel like doing the science experiment, you can just watch them online. So here are the 2 books that it came with. This is the main textbook. And there are some equations in here. It just looks simple to follow and straightforward, and that's just what we need because we've been so chaotic the last few years. I just wanted to simplify our homeschool a little bit. And this is the teacher guide that it came with. I guess there's quizzes. I haven't really looked through this one yet either. There's all the labs. Looks like there's worksheets in here. And let me show you the online component that I paid separately for. So here's one of the labs that it has online to watch. Here's just a quick little view of it.
7 in our book today, and what we're going to be doing is a little experiment with a candle, vinegar, and some sodium bicarbonate or baking soda. Now, number 1, it says drip some wax from a burning candle into the inside floor of an empty soup can. And so I have done that already. What I did was just kind of melted some white. In your report, describe what you observed and your answers to these questions. And so let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to take...
And the videos also have equation explanations, which I find is great, so I don't have to explain things to him myself, and he can learn them on here. This is an example.
Practice on that. And what I would encourage you to do is just kind of go over them and make sure that you understand how they're getting what they are for their answers. Liter times your 3 moles is going to equal 3/2, or 1.5 moles, because grams. So you would need 117 grams of salt in your 1 liter to get your 2 mole liter solution.
So for both of them, I did go with Guest Hollow Government and Economics, and it's got an online textbook like a lot of the other curriculum, and this is something they're going to do together. Guest Hollow is always a lot of fun. So this is week 4. This is everything they would do for week 4. And I did purchase this book, so I know we're going to be reading it that week. And there are links to the online textbook at the very top. There's extra fun activities like cooking projects and stuff in here for the economics part, like cheap recipes that they can make. And this is the link for the chapter of the online textbook. There's embedded videos and pictures. And let me show you guys the books that I got with it. I didn't purchase all the books, I just picked and chose a few. My kids are not ferocious readers, so I knew they weren't going to get through all of them. The first one I got is What the Internet is Doing to Our Brains, The Shallows. This one's going to be towards the end of the year. How to Turn 100 into 1 Million. This is the Dave Ramsey Financial Piece. I got The Fallacy Detective. And all of these were purchased used through eBay. I usually use thriftbooks.com, but eBay just ended up being cheaper this time. This is the Infographic Guide to American Government. And the Cartoon Introduction to Economics. This one was used like all of the others, but the back was ripped off, but at least it's still usable. Whichever seller sold it to me on eBay, the back is missing. For all the Guest Hollow curriculum, I always come up with a schedule, and I've already figured out what we're going to do each day for the whole year. I like to do it in weeks, so this is week 1, week 2, week 3. I wrote down exactly what we're going to be reading. This is the main spine that's online. They're going to watch the video links this day, and then they're going to have to read the main spine. And this day is going to be homemade granola recipe. So I like to break it into 4 days a week instead of 5. We've always done that for history, and it just works the best for us. It's just the whole year planned out. For language arts, he's going to be using Easy Peasy Literature and Composition 2 this year. There's an online component, which you can do it strictly online if you want. I always prefer to add the offline books to it. I get these 2 books all the time. I think there's another book with the readings in it, but I never get that. So this one is the main book. These are a lot of the worksheets where you're going to see the online lesson. It's going to correspond to the offline worksheet. So you can pick and choose usually which one you want to do. And here is a vocabulary workbook. Both of my teens like to work the vocabulary offline instead of online. So I always get this for them. And there are books they're going to read throughout the year. They either listen to the online audio, which is usually attached in the curriculum, or they will do the online link and just read it online. So the novels are The Adventures of Tom Sawyer, The Odyssey by Homer, and then there's a bunch of short stories here, and then we've got some nonfiction that they're going to be reading. So there's not too many novels this year, but my older son went through this and he learned a lot and he really liked it. So they're both going to be taking several ASU classes. I'm going to have my 10th graders start with the health class this year. My older son took it last year and it was a pretty straightforward, easy class. So I feel comfortable with him taking it 10th grade just to get his feet wet, to see what ASU is about. And my older son, he is going to be doing the language arts through ASU, the English 101, and then he's going to be taking sociology. We decided on sociology for him because it's like a requirement for a lot of different degrees, so he's not entirely sure what he wants to go into yet. So we thought that would be a pretty safe choice to pick out. So he tried ASU college algebra last year and it didn't work out for him at all. They used a program called Alex and he just wasn't learning and he wasn't thriving with it. So we will not be taking any more math classes with ASU. The only other class that my son is going to be taking for 12th grade is going to be statistics and probability, and we're just going to be using the free program from Khan Academy. I had wanted him to do statistics, and there aren't too many options for high school, but this was one of them, and it's free, and he's used Khan Academy before, and it's been fine. So that's what we're going with. It's pretty much what we're going with this year. There wasn't a whole lot to show this year compared to previous years. I've only got 1 year left with my 12th grader, and then he'll be going on to college. And he just took his ACT. He's going to take it again in September. So I hope you guys found this helpful. Bye.